Hello, everybody. Hello, ladies of MentorMe. Today we have a very special guest. That's our dear friend Juan Maldonado from the Alumni Office. Juan has been working on the adaptation and the usage of the MentorMe platform. And it was a story really from 0 to 1. Nobody was using this platform, and thanks to him, many people have been using it. That means that we have thousands of alumni who are there available to be mentors. And what Juan is going to share with us tonight is how to use it. So it's going to be a very, very practical presentation so that we can take advantage of that and we can grow personally as professionals, and we can help others. So it's a really nice thing that is both sides. So Maldonado, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Blanca. Very happy to see everybody here today. Well, today is our, let's say, how to use the platform of MentorMe. As Blanca mentioned, this is something that we have been working really hard on for the last year. As you can see probably from the interface that I'm going to show you, we have changed completely the look and feel of the platform. I decided to have a lot of calls with alumni to see what was the best way to make the platform entertaining, what kind of topics did they usually face, how to prepare students better, to be better mentees when they go into the platform and ask questions. And it has been really a long trial of testing and seeing what works better, what doesn't work. And now we are incorporating very happily this collaboration with MentorWe, because we really think that empowering our female alumni and female students is of paramount importance for us. We have had a lot of volunteers. For example, you will see very soon in the platform that we have a new look and feel, a new photography. All the people there are volunteers, actually, people that were part of the MentorMe platform, and they really felt that this was something valuable to collaborate in. It's been a really cool story because we have more and more volunteers collaborating. We just had a mentoring award in the last leadership summit, and we had people flying in from Singapore and from UK and from Colombia just to see if they could win the award. So it was really, really a very cool experience, very eye-opening in the sense that there's a lot of alumni that are actually willing to help us and to help other students find their way. And well, this is going to be like a very practical way that you can make sure that you can use the platform at your convenience, also to meet people and to expand your network, but primarily to be better mentors and to be a great asset to these thousands of students that are looking for guidance. So let me get started. The first step that we need to do to set up the account, and I would appreciate it if you could try it in your own computers. I don't know if you see my screen. How do I know that, Blanca?
So hopefully other people do as well.
I mute myself, so I was not that fast. Everybody can see your screen. You're doing great.
Okay, perfect. So the first step is if you have a computer by you, try to log into this this address, rsm.firsthand.co, and what will happen is that you will see a marvelous page just like this. Let me introduce you to Rachel. She is one of our mentees, and she is actually the face of the MentorMe platform. She decided to do a photo shoot with us, and with very little resources, we've actually changed the logo, the colors to make it more RSM-like. Here you can see who are the latest people that have signed up to the platform. This is something that updates every time someone new signs in. At the moment, we have 4,000 people in this environment. So there are 4,000 people including students, young alumni, senior alumni that are functioning in different roles. So for example, young alumni can have the role of a mentor and a mentee at the same time, so they can also find career advice from people that are more senior. Senior mentors have the possibility to be mentors to young alumni and to students. And well, right now we will get started. It's a very a little bit of a long process in terms of the sign up, because the platform is going to ask you a lot of questions. It's important to solve all these questions because that's the way that the platform actually matches you with people that resemble your interest or resemble the place that you want to go to. So if you can see my screen and I can get a thumbs up from everyone in their screens back home, from Victoria, from Lawrence, from Ekaterina. Yes, cool. So we're gonna get started. The first step is that you go into this page and you click the button, give advice. And here is gonna give you two options. The first option is to sign up by your email address and your password. And the easiest one is usually to continue with LinkedIn. Give me 1 second, because I still have the backend. Account logout. Excuse me. So what's going to happen is that it's going to ask you for permission to use your LinkedIn account, and it's going to autofill a lot of your details. So now I'm going to log in, and you will see what the environment of the platform is like. This right here is going to be your dashboard. In your dashboard, you're going to be able to see different things. For example, you're going to be able to see all the webinars that we have from the provider, and in the future, the webinars that we're going to upload with MentorMe to the platform. You can find career mentors for yourself if you have the accessibility to be in a hybrid profile of mentor-mentee at the same time. And as well, you can see your profile. So in this case, for example, you can see that I completed my profile. It imports stuff that you have from your LinkedIn. You have to actualize it every once in a while because it doesn't take the latest changes on your LinkedIn. So that's something to keep in mind. And here it basically, you can see your education, your previous work experience, and other different things like the keywords that people are finding you with. Additionally, here you can see in people, the people that you have coached in the last month. So for example, here you can see that I've had consultations with all these people in the last month. Mentors, these are the people that I've talked to also during the last month. And you can see with the rebook button, it's very easy to have another session with them. And for people that want to find a mentor, we're going to take the next step. So if you see in the upper right corner, there is this little button here called Mentors. So we're going to click on that, and you're going to see the interface of the platform. So all these people that are here have been matched with me because of an algorithm of the platform. So basically you're putting your interests, and the platform is going to ask you about your career goals and aspirations. And all these things are going to be taken into consideration in the algorithm to pair you with people that could be interesting for your profile. However, if you are really targeting some specific people, let's say by employer, so you want people from PwC, you can go to the left side where it says employers and click PwC and see all the mentors that have had any career advice with PwC. Here's Blanca, by the way. And here you can see like different sets of mentors. So we have people in Luxembourg, we have people in different countries, in Aruba, for example. So you can definitely have a chat with female mentors, male mentors, that's entirely up to you. You can also divide it, for example, by location. So if you want to find people in the Netherlands, you can be paired only with people that are currently working in the Netherlands. And you can select different things, fields of study, functions, industries, universities, languages, even if you want to speak like in your native tongue, this is an option that we also have, and by groups. So.
Sorry, Juan, can I ask you a question?
Yes, please.
This is Ekaterina. I was trying to go through, but do we have to use our RSM email or not?
No, not necessarily. The way that this works is basically when you sign up, I am going to be the one that validates if you are an alum or not through our database. So you don't really need to use your RSM email. I'm just validating our database if you are already affiliated with the school, and then give you access if you are.
Yeah, because I was tried and I don't seem to be able to register or whatever. So I was thinking maybe RSM email should be used. But not necessarily, yeah? Okay.
It's important when you click the button of give advice. Because if you click get advice, then you need to provide an RSM email because that's the student, let's say, interface.
Okay, because imagine I want to get a mentor and I see it as get advice, so I'm not able to go through. So I have to go through give advice procedure. Okay.
Once you sign up, I'm gonna give you privileges for
okay. Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Any other questions so far? Okay, then we're gonna book a little consultation live. So for this, I'm gonna recruit a very good volunteer. Let's see. Wait, location Netherlands. No, not Hara. Let's see Blanca then. She's over there. 1 second. My internet is a bit slow. Oh, it seems by name it doesn't work. Okay, sorry. Let's see.
Really?
Employers. Let's see if NoCo works. Well, anyhow, I think I'm just gonna book a consultation. So I'm gonna talk with Fei Xiao, for example, who is one of our recent alumni. The way to do it is that I'm gonna click on her name. And then as you can see on the right side of the screen, you can choose different topics. So charting a career path, for example. Other mentors say we can help you with a career conversation, or we can help you with CV. So basically in here, it depends on what the mentor actually wants to give advice on. And you can simply click on an available time that they have. Schedule 3 times to meet. So you're gonna choose 3 times based on their availability. So let's say 12, 1:30, and last time slot, let's say at 2 p.m. Or on a little bit on other day. Back to days. After 13th of April, Sunday. Okay, then 2 p.m. After you choose your 3 messages, you're gonna get this screen that says personalize your message. This is very important because this message is the one that your mentor is gonna get in their phone or through email, so they will know exactly what it is you wanna talk about and they can come prepared to the interview. So here it's already pre-filled. It's also something that we are helping students with. So we already like have a little bit of this pre-filled. And you can add, thanks for offering help. I really need advice charting a career path because I'm confused. During our consultation, I was hoping we could focus on, and you can select 2 or 3 topics. So you can say consumer development, getting manager experience, or I don't know, maybe finance related training. And you can even attach your CV, for example. So here in attach a file, you can attach photos, you can attach presentations or something that you really want to discuss with your mentor, and just send a request. Once you send a request, your mentor immediately is gonna get a notification on their phones, and on their phones, they're gonna be able to see, okay, this person wants to have a consultation with me, and they can accept or decline at that same moment. If for any reason, for example, let's say you as a mentor get a request from a time that you are not available at, you can actually tell someone that they will reschedule the consultation to a different time. If we go back to my profile, for example, we can see that with Abhishek, for example, with this guy, we had to reschedule a bit of a consultation because I wasn't available at the time that he was available. So I just sent him like another request for the request, and we just agreed to meet this Wednesday. So any doubts so far on how to use the platform? Hands up, hands down.
Yeah. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I have used a platform once, and because I was new, I gave my Skype name to the student, and I could see that there was another way that actually the platform allows to communicate with the student, isn't it?
Actually, through the platform, you can connect via telephone. So I'm gonna find you once again, Blanca, and I'm gonna go through the entire process so you can see exactly how we can make that consultation. So if you can also in your phone, you're gonna receive the notifications. So if you can show it to the audience. We're gonna have a career conversation on Friday at 9 a.m. And I'm gonna add maybe at 11 a.m. and another time slot on Monday, April 15 at 11. Because I need a hero. So I'm gonna send a request now.
Yeah.
And then what happens is that you get to see, let me move this little bit to the right. You get to see that here you can coordinate with the person. And the people are gonna get this little message, thanks for offering to help. I need career advice because of this. I was hoping we could focus on that. And then you can say, dear Blanca, thank you for taking the time to chat. If you upload your telephone number to the platform, the platform.
Okay.
There's an option here. Give me.
Listen.
Well, I cannot show right here how it's done live because your availability is not so close. But basically, before having a consultation, you can see a screen that says you have to log in back to the platform, of course. And you can see a screen that says, do you want the platform to call you? And the platform will simply call you at the time of the consultation, and it will log you into sort of like a conference call, and you can have a chat online, and the platform will record it. That's the way that it's usually done. So it's via telephone, it's not a video chat or anything of the sort, not through WhatsApp. You don't have to give them your number, but the platform is the one that actually gives them a call. So I hope did that answer your question, Blanca, a little bit?
Yeah, I really wanted to mention this because I found it really interesting. Because I can imagine that some people might be slightly worried about giving their contact details, and the platform, let's say, protects you not from giving your contact details to a student, because in general we're really nice in all the community, but it's possible that there is somebody who just could become annoying, and you're protected by the platform. So
yeah, exactly. Your data is your telephone number, and your data in general is completely anonymous. So they will not be able to see your email or your telephone number. They can just contact you through the platform, and for the purposes that you actually authorize people to reach you. And yeah, with that, I think it's always good to protect both the students and the mentors in this case. So has anyone in the webinar already tried to book their first consultation or to sign up?
I'm signing up at the moment. Just take some time.
Yeah, lots of
Till
questions.
then. Yeah.
Well, Juan, I have signed up. It's actually went in 1 minute, and everything is filled in by LinkedIn, obviously. But where do I book a consultation? Because it's still
So to book
booking. It says booking is not allowed. Your account doesn't have booking rights.
That's something that I will give me 1 second. I'm gonna log out from here.
It's not necessary now, but I'm just like maybe also useful for other people. But this is what I see, for instance.
Yeah, on the first one, you're gonna see that because I need to provide the approval.
Authorize, yeah.
So what I'm gonna do, since you cannot see my password anyway, I'm just gonna give you authorization, so you can also get a look and feel of what the platform is like. Give me 1 second. As you can see, this is like the usage of the platform that we have. This gets actualized every quarter, so right now it looks like it's decreasing, but it's not. Just while the usage gets updated. But what we can see here in mentor status is that we can look at people that have
joined, just
let's see, incomplete registrations, or let me look at you by
last name or something.
Here you go, Ekaterina, right?
Yes.
So what we are gonna do right now, oh, this little window is a bit annoying. Give me 1 second. Let's give you rights. So actions, approve or reject, set by scene, give access, save, and now approve or reject, mentor, accept, save. So what it's telling me is that you still need to complete your registration. So complete your profile in the backend.
Okay, yeah, let's not spend too much time on it, but I'm just, okay. So,
yeah, absolutely. But once you complete your profile, now you should be able to book a consultation. And the way to book a consultation is basically repeating the steps that that I just showed you. So it's in with your LinkedIn
Yes.
and going to the right side of the screen to book the first consultation. Any other questions at the moment? So for example,
Hi Juan, I have a question. I think I wrote in the chat. It was about how to find women to mentor the woman. So if I am Jara, I am a woman. So I want to find another woman, how I can do it?
well, you cannot filter by sex in the platform, not by gender, but you can see it according to your interest and simply select a female alumni. For example, Stephanie Marcus, which is here, or yeah, we actually have quite a few. Exten, you know Exten, of course. Let's see. Lena, for example, I think she's even one of your classmates from the executive, right?
Yes, we know Lena. By the way, I already have rights, so I see I can book a consultation. So it worked.
Ah, perfect, Katerina. Great to hear.
Yeah.
And who are you choosing for your first consultation, if I might ask?
Oh, I have no idea. I have to take a look. I mean, I have some perfect matches here, like 82%. So I'm curious, who is this senior consultant and EY consulting at PG? Well, whatever.
One colleague that I would always recommend anyone that is starting in the platform, it would be Verena Oms, which is like one that I have here. He's one of the researchers in RSM that focuses on leadership. So she did an MBA in RSM, and she also has a PhD in biology, and now she's doing she's a operational director at the Erasmus Center for Leadership. So any leadership conversation that you would like to have, she has a lot of research backing up her stuff. Might be even like a good connection for Nokohara if you have like any interest in that. For example, we have directors. So Michela Fusho, for example, Global Marketing Director. There's Hara, as we can see. This is how your profile looks, Hara.
So I have another question, because that's the matches. So, and I think you did it before, so you can search or you can see the alumni data like this, or always you have to see your matches? That's my question, if you can find or search another type of alumni.
It's not only your matches. So for example, let's say you want to find people from a company, then you just put the name of the company here and add more employers. So for example, this is people from Unilever. So it will give you a completely different set of people that still match your interests. So
yeah, and for instance, I don't know, like innovation, I can search by any word.
Let me see if there's innovation. Here we go. So in fields of study, you can put innovation, or if it's not in fields of study, because we only have a few from the management of innovation, you can find all these different functions. So in functions, you can go to accounting, architecture, art and design, business development, consulting. Let's say, for example, marketing. So you click in marketing, and all the people that have marketing expertise will come in your screen. And you can also look, for example, if someone did an MBA and you want to find people with that background, with a business administration background, you can find them right here. Languages. So if they speak, let's say, Spanish, who do we have that can speak Spanish? Rafael, for example. So there are several ways that you can actually tweak the search. So it's not that you have to stick with the people that the platform offers you initially.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, it's Svetlana. I joined very late, maybe 10 minutes ago, so I kind of missed everything you guys talked about until now. I just had a question, just a general question, how you operate there, because let's say in the MentorMe program, kind of the whole concept was that, let's say, a mentor gets a mentee and then they work over a certain period of time. So it was not based on particular question answer session, but it was more around developing a relationship and a trust, and then, you know, building, let's say, kind of a longer term maybe process between the two to help someone let's say develop in a certain way or overcome certain things. But if I'm just listening in now into your guys' conversation, is this concept more based on, okay, I don't know, I'm thinking of next phase in my life or next job or a particular question, who could potentially, let's say, have an answer for that? So is it more like a question answer based mentoring, or is it also mentoring kind of a longer term? You know what I mean? Like kind of a more an ongoing mentoring. So I missed that part. I don't know if you touched base on that.
That's a very good question, actually, and that's something that we always encourage all our mentors to do. So basically, right after the consultation, when you finish the consultation, you will have an opportunity to rate your mentee or be rated by your mentee and send them a message. And in that message, we always encourage the mentor to make sure that the student understands that they are expecting them to be contacted again. Because one of the frustrations that a lot of alumni had in the beginning was that actually, yeah, they were actually hoping to foster this relationship, and it was like more at first a transactional thing, and they didn't know like how to make sure that the students actually followed up on the conversation. And we just discovered that the best way to do it was by the mentor actually opening the door for a second conversation, especially like if at the end of the meeting you can have the invitation for, hey, I would like to talk to you maybe in 2 weeks so we can follow up on the action points that we discussed, or so you can let me know how are you feeling with your progress in this area or in that area. That's the best way, because we also did a lot of research with students, and there were a lot of factors, for example, that students weren't engaging with mentoring with in the beginning. So the first factor that they mentioned was that they really didn't know what to talk about with a mentor. They didn't see like, okay, I'm gonna talk with this very senior person, I'm just a student. How am I actually gonna be able to have a good conversation with them that I'm not gonna bore them? The other one was that they were very shy or very self-conscious because they weren't used to reaching out to strangers on a conversation, of course. And the best way to overcome this, fear and anxiety that they have in the beginning is actually by incentivizing them and making sure that they feel in a comfortable environment. So definitely that's actually the goal of the platform, to foster long-term relationships, because those are relationships that really matter. It's not like transactional and saying like, oh yeah, I'm really interested in this X, Y, or Z company and can you help me get in? But it's more like really helping a student find their way in the first step of their career, which is actually, I would say, one of the most critical parts of the decision making that they have.
But you also, sorry, but you also said, sorry, Bianca.
Yeah.
Can I just ask me just a follow-up question to this? Just because you said, okay, you can be a mentor, you can be a mentee, but is the concept that the mentee can only be a student, or alumni can be also a mentee and a mentor at the same time? Depends on like the scope and what they're interested in, because somebody can be an alumni and they can be mentoring, let's say, younger students or people around certain subjects, but maybe for something else, they need a mentor themselves as well.
Absolutely. So that's a great question as well. I like your questions, Diana, good questions. One of the things that I really realized about the potential of the platform, I think it's one of the things that really activated it in the last year, was that I really wanted to give alumni, especially young alumni, the opportunity to still be able to connect with people from the community, because this for me is like a community building platform. My entire idea is to really create a very strong network around RSM where people can help each other. And yeah, so right now, for example, all alumni have the privilege to be both mentors and mentees at the same time.
Okay, thanks.
I wanted to add something. We are cooperating with MentorMe. MentorWe is cooperating with MentorMe because we see the need of two different things. One is this conversation like Juan is describing. We go to a database and we find somebody. And the other one is what we did last year, that we ask you, what are your desires? What are your capabilities? And we match you in a tailor-made way with each other. And this is something that we wanted to present today as well, because we're going to do it this year as well. We're going to send you tomorrow the recording of this webinar and a survey with basically these two questions. What is relevant for you now this year? What are you up to? What do you want for your career this year? And what are you bringing to the table? And we're going to sit down together, Victoria, Jara, and myself, and say, well, this person fits with this one, this person fits with that one. And we're going to send you the names, or the name of the person who we thought matches better with you. And the objective is precisely as you mentioned, is to build this long-term relationship, at least for this year, but hopefully that for this 1 year, then it becomes a long-time relationship. And the good thing is that you can have both. You can use MentorMe for a very specific question about Unilever, about innovation, about business in China. And you can have a long-term relationship with somebody else that we found through MentorWe. So I hope that that answers more questions that maybe were in the background.
Yeah, so for me, Bianca, so basically then I maybe misunderstood at the beginning, because I understood that the kind of MentorWe was becoming part of the MentorMe in the sense that it was disappearing in its own way, but it's not what you're just saying.
No,
Okay.
it's actually complementing, I would say, our offering.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and also we're going to be working together closer with the alumni office. And we're discussing how we can do more things and how we can provide more services. Tomorrow we'll have a meeting to go deeper in what can it be and what kind of events and what can we do. So before before we have the meeting, I cannot disclose what we're going to agree, but we just want to do better and to serve you better. So that's it is just and, it's not or.
Yeah. No, cool.
Yeah.
That's clear. Okay.
Juan, I have a question on the platform. So how do I change between mentoring and so giving advice and receiving an advice? Because I just did both, but then I'm just in there now and thinking, so how do I choose between the two?
So whenever you go to sign in, I would advise you to click on give advice, because the profile that I'm going to activate for you, Victoria, is a hybrid profile.
Okay, so, because I already pressed both.
Okay.
Give and sorry. So how do I change that in afterwards?
So let me go again to the backend. I need to take a look at your profile. Just give me 1 second. I hope that the internet is not too slow over here, but sometimes it gets a little slow. There we go. I can see you. So for example, with the mentor status, it's still pending because I haven't approved it. So what we're gonna do is approve your mentor request. And now you are live. So if you go back to this screen, you're gonna be able to click. I would advise you to log out first and then try to log in again. Just going to give advice, continue with your LinkedIn.
All right, I'll try it again.
And then you're gonna be in this environment again. This is the first page that you're gonna see, your profile. And when you click on the top right corner of the screen that you can see right there, mentors, you just need to click any of the mentors in the platform, like the name in blue, and you can be on your way to have a consultation with them.
Super, thank you.
And one of the things that I'm going to advise you also, guys, very important, is that when you set up your profile, you click in this part that says availability. Super important, because those are the types of consultations that you are going to have per month. So for example, I set my limit to 2 consultations a month because I was getting like 15, 20 consultation requests every month. But yeah, I can give advice to 2 people a month. In some cases, some schools use this for like charging purposes, which is not the intention here. So we always put the rate free. And here you can click on the preferred times where you would like to have your consultations. So in my case, I'm an evening person. I like to have consultations around 6 to 7 and keep my weekends free. But if I would like to change that, you just need to click on one pen and say, okay, Saturday availability, I'm gonna be available from 10 to 11 p.m. Save preferred times. And now when people look for you, it's gonna show that you are available on Saturday from 10 to 11 p.m. Also, if you're out of office for any reason, very important to say, this is my start of my vacation, so I'm not gonna be available from the 14th until the 26th. So I can put myself out of office, and the platform will also be sure to make sure that people cannot book consultations with me. It might also be a little bit annoying if you are at 2 in the morning or at 1 in the morning receiving consultation requests in your phone. So that's very important for the commodity and the privacy of our mentors.
Juan, I have a question. The one MBA is basically with other schools in the Mexico, US, Brazil, and China. Do they get access as well, or it's just RSM Netherlands?
At the moment, it's something that is just for RSM, but we are revising that not only with one MBA, but also with SEMS, because they also have this program with different schools, and we really want to make sure that the people from those cohorts are able to benefit from, from all the people in their network. So that's something that we're still checking with program management. But yeah, it's something that will take a lot of study to see how is the best way to set it up and make sure that people that are from the community are the ones that are signing up to the platform.
Okay.
All righty, any more questions to wrap our webinar of the day?
No. No, not from my side.
No, also quite clear. Have to find out, just try.
Just one question, do you have an app for this as well?
You can access it through your phone, so it's not an app per se, but it's very friendly with your mobile. You only need to use it through Chrome, and even through Chrome, you can just click on the link and get the call on your phone.
Okay.
It's a very, very friendly interface, I would say.
Okay, thank you.
Good.
Juan, thank you very, very much, and everybody else, thank you very much for being here, for the questions, because that brings to life the presentation of Juan. So yeah, as I mentioned before, we are going to create more. We're going to cooperate more with MentorMe, and one of the things that one of the next steps is we want to tailor-made those relationships, that connection between, among you, create these couples. And we're going to send you basically the same survey that we sent last year to see your needs and wants and what your skills and your experience, and match them with somebody. Of course, as you can imagine, it's quite challenging. We are a relatively small community of 123 women I have in the database. So it's relatively small, but you can imagine that will be like 60 matches. It's really an artisan activity. So it will help us a lot that you could be as detailed as possible, as clear as possible, because that will allow us to do it in the best possible way. It is going to be done by hand, so there is not going to be a machine. So be as human as possible in your answers. So that would be all for me. Jara, Victoria, do you want to add something?
I think it was very clear. Thank you, Juan. I made my own profile, so I think I'm not so technical. So I guess then it was really good, well explained.
Thank you, Victoria.
Thank you, Juan. And I think, yeah, we can repeat this time to time to refresh to the new members and to the women. Like, it's important as well to be connected to the alumni network, women or men, but as well it's nice for the woman to have an extra network only for women. And thank you very much, Juan.
Yeah, absolutely, it's my pleasure. I really, find this mission that we have together really inspiring, and I think it's going to help a lot of people. So thank you for connecting. Thank you for, being interested. I think that your help and the help that you as mentors will bring to the platform is invaluable. So reach out, because there are a lot of people that are actually waiting for your insights there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you very much. Good evening.
Thank you.
Have a very good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.